Good afternoon, dear student. Today we are going to start with a new point from the syllabus of our quality assurance, specifically from the unit 2. In the last lecture, student, I have been taught you about the layout, or I can say I have been taught you about the plant layout in a detail. Now I'm going to start with a new point as per our syllabus of quality assurance, and that new point is said to be the maintenance of working premises. How to maintain the working premises, what precautions we have to take in order to maintain the clean environment for our working area, what kind of the measures we have to adopt in order to maintain our pharmaceutical plant in the clean and hygienic manner so that we can be able to produce a product of a good quality. स्टुडंट ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड जर का आपल्याला आपल्या फार्मास्युटिकल इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये एक चांगल्या क्वालिटीचा फार्मास्युटिकल प्रोडक्ट तयार करून घ्यायचा असेल तर त्यासाठी आपल्याला आपल्या वर्किंग एरियाला मेंटेन करणं खूप गरजेचं राहील आणि त्या वर्किंग एरियाला मेंटेन करण्यासाठी आपल्याला कुठले कुठले प्रिकॉशन्स घ्यायला पाहिजे किंवा कुठले मेजर्स आपण अडॉप्ट करून घ्यायला पाहिजे ते आपल्याला या पर्टिक्युलर लेक्चरमध्ये शिकून घ्यायचं आहे. ओके स्टुडंट, सो नाव स्टुडंट हॅव अ लुक ओव्हर दिस पर्टिक्युलर फर्स्ट स्लाइड ऑफ टुडेज लेक्चर. First, building used in the manufacturing, packaging, and the warehousing of the drug product shall be maintained properly. Now, whatever the building we are going to use for the manufacturing of the pharmaceutical product, for packaging of the pharmaceutical product, and for the storage of the drug material, that building is required to be maintained properly. That building is required to be maintained properly. Second point, however, deterioration or the breakdown of the building not only represents the poor image of the facility, but also it impacts on the quality of the product. Student, if you are not able to maintain your building, if you are not able to maintain your working premises, then definitely it will hamper the quality of your product. It will hamper the quality of your product. So second point, what it was representing, if there is any kind of the breakdown or if there is any kind of the deterioration of the building, then it was representing the poor image of your facility as well as it will hamper the quality of your product. Third point, if any cracks or holes are present on the wall, ceiling, or the floor, then it may lead to the accumulation of the dust, dirt, debris, microorganisms, insect, rodents, which ultimately affects the quality of a product. However, if suppose there are any kind of and the cracks or the holes are there on the surface of wall, ceiling, and the floor, then the dust particle, debris, moisture, microorganisms that will be get accumulated into that particular holes or into that particular crack surface of the wall, and because of that it will affect the quality, it will affect the environment of your working place. Understand student? That was the third point. Fourth point, cracks and holes will also lead to the problems in the cleaning. Definitely, the cracks and the holes over the surface of a wall, ceiling, or the floor that will create a problem for the maintenance of the building, that will create a problem for the cleaning of your structure or the facility. Next slide. Next point. Leakage of water from the crack roof will cause a significant damage to the stored material and the equipments and will also lead to the problem of electric power failure. That's why student it become very necessary that we have to maintain the building structure of our pharmaceutical plant. Building structure ला maintain करणं खूप गरजेचं आहे. However, if suppose there is any kind of the leakage from the ceiling, if there is any kind of the water leakage from the roof, then it will hamper the quality of the product. It will significantly damage the store material. It will significantly damage the equipments as well as it may also lead to the problem of power failure. Understand student? Next point. Leakage of water from the crack roof may also lead to the problem of fire catch-up, which may cause damage to the basic structure of the building. Now try to understand. जर का आपण आपल्या बिल्डिंगचं स्ट्रक्चर प्रॉपरली मेंटेन करता आलं नाही, जर का आपल्याला आपल्या वर्किंग प्रिमायसेसचं मेंटेनन्स जर का आपल्याला व्यवस्थितपणे करता आलं नाही, तर त्यामुळे काय होऊ शकतंय की लिकेज होणार आहे अँड दॅट लिकेज ऑफ द वॉटर फ्रॉम द रूफ ऑर द सीलिंग दॅट मे बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द big calamity which we can say the fire catch-up. त्याच्यामुळे it can lead to a problem of the fire catch-up and which will ultimately damage the basic structure of our building. Understand student? Next point in this slide, written procedures should be laid down for the use of suitable cleaning agents, sanitizing agents, fumigating agents, rodenticides, insecticides, and the fungicides. However, we have to make a use of all these different types of and the agents for the maintenance of our building structure, for the maintenance of the cleanliness in our working area. We have to make a use of this particular different types of and the cleaning and sanitizing agent. But how to use them? For that, the SOP should be a maintained. ये क्लिनिंग एजंट, सॅनिटायझिंग एजंट, फ्युमिगेटिंग एजंट, इन्सेक्टिसाइड, पेस्टिसाइड्स किंवा फंगिसाइड, रोडेंटिसाइड्स किंवा फंगिसाइड्स जर का तुम्ही तुमच्या इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये वापरत असाल तर त्यांचा वापर कसा करून घ्यायला पाहिजे त्यासाठी एक एसओपी मेन्शन केली गेली पाहिजे. मीन्स अ स्टँडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसिजर शुड बी मेंटेन. Standard operating procedure should be maintained in order to make a use of all these types of and the cleaning agents and the sanitizing agents. Understand, student? So, student, this was the two slides which were representing the measures which we have to be adopted for maintenance of the working premises. However, student, try to understand it become very essential that we have to maintain our working area in a sound manner, in a microbial load free manner, so that the quality of our product should not be get hampered. आणि आपला वर्किंग प्रिमायसेस, आपला वर्किंग एरिया आपल्याला कुठल्या प्रकारे मेंटेन करायचं आहे त्यासाठी काय काय मेजर्स आहे जे आपल्याला अडॉप्ट करून घ्यावे लागतील ते सर्व काही मी तुम्हाला या दोन स्लाइडमध्ये सांगितलेलं आहे. ओके, सो दिस वॉज द न्यू पॉइंट विच यू हॅव बीन स्टार्टेड टुडे फ्रॉम अवर सिलेबस ऑफ युनिट 2, that is maintenance of working premises. Moving on toward the next point, student, this is the next point as per our syllabus. Sanitation of the working premises. Sanitization of the working premises. Okay, now name itself indicating sanitation of the working premises means what you have to do here. First point, try to understand. Building used in the manufacturing, processing, packaging, or holding of the drug product shall be maintained in the clean and sanitary condition. This is one of the prime requirement. ही एक खूप बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट आहे की ज्या बिल्डिंगमध्ये आपण फार्मास्युटिकल प्रोडक्टचं मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग करतोय, पॅकेजिंग करतोय किंवा ज्या बिल्डिंगमध्ये आपण आपले फार्मास्युटिकल प्रोडक्टला स्टोअर करून ठेवतोय त्या बिल्डिंगला आपल्याला मेंटेन करून ठेवायचं आहे इन अ क्लीन कंडिशन अँड इन अ सॅनिटरी कंडिशन. ओके, सेकंड पॉइंट. Attempts shall be made to keep the building free from the entry of rodents, birds, insects, and vermin. We have to design the structure of a building in such a manner. We have to design the structure of a building in such a manner that the entry of rodent, birds, insects, and the vermin should be get avoided. The entry of rodent, birds, and insects should not be allowed into our working premises. Okay. Third point. Scrap and waste material shall be disposed of in a time and in a sanitary manner. Whatever the waste material is getting generated from the pharma industry, जे काही वेस्ट मटेरियल फार्मा इंडस्ट्रीमधनं निघत असेल, that scrap material and the waste material, it should be get disposed of within a time and it should be get disposed of in a sanitary manner so that it will be helpful for maintaining the sanitization of the working premises, or it will be helpful for maintaining the cleanliness of the working premises. Fourth point, next point, student. This one. Spilled materials like sugar, which might attract the creatures, should be eliminated out immediately. When you are working in the pharma industry, when you are formulating any syrup-based formulation or the sugar-based formulation, जर का तुम्ही एखादं syrup-based formulation किंवा sugar-based formulation तयार करत असाल, so during the time of and the formulation, if the sugar-based material has been get spilled out, then it should be get eliminated. It should be get washed out immediately. Otherwise, that sugar-based material is responsible for the attraction of the creatures. And once the creatures are get attracted, then definitely it will hamper the quality of your pharmaceutical product. सो स्टुडंट लास्ट पॉईंटमध्ये काय सांगितलेलं आहे की जर का तुम्ही शुगर बेस्ड मटेरियल वापरत असाल तुमच्या फॉर्म्युलेशनमध्ये आणि जर का ते शुगर बेस्ड मटेरियल खाली कुठे सांडलं गेलं असेल किंवा खाली कुठे डिस्पोज ऑफ झाला असेल, वेस्ट झाला असेल, तर त्या शुगर बेस्ड मटेरियलला तुम्ही इमिडिएटली क्लीन करायला पाहिजे. अदरवाइज दॅट शुगर बेस्ड मटेरियल विल अट्रॅक्ट द क्रिएचर्स अँड दॅट विल डेफिनेटली अफेक्ट द क्वालिटी ऑफ युअर प्रोडक्ट. ओके, मूव्हिंग ऑन टुवर्ड द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Program of cleaning and sanitations shall be made the specific needs of the each facility. The program of cleaning and sanitation shall meet the specific needs of the each facility. Okay, we have to run the cleaning programs, we have to run the sanitation program in our working area, in our working facilities. Next point. All the cleaning procedures should be written and validated properly. Whatever the cleaning process we are adopting in our pharma industry, जे काही क्लिनिंग प्रोसेस आपण आपल्या फार्मा इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये अडॉप्ट करतोय, that cleaning process should be laid down in a written manner. That cleaning process should be laid down in a written manner, and that cleaning process should be validated. That cleaning process should be validated from the appropriate authority or from the appropriate what I can say from the appropriate department, so that one can have a belief on that particular procedure of cleaning. Understand? Next point. Normally, a routine cleaning and sanitation program shall be carried out, and it should be recorded to indicate the following. Normally, a routine cleaning program and the routine sanitation program should be carried out on the daily basis. Routine cleaning program and routine sanitation program should be carried out on a daily basis, and this cleaning program and sanitation program, it should be get recorded. It should be get recorded in order to indicate the following. First, specific area required to clean and their cleaning intervals. However, if you are recording the cleaning programs, then it will indicate that at what interval you have to clean that particular facility. किती टाइम पिरियड नंतर तुम्हाला त्या पर्टिक्युलर फॅसिलिटीला क्लीन करायचं आहे. ओके, काय काय स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स आहे त्या एरियाचा क्लिनिंगसाठी. स्पेसिफिक एरिया रिक्वायर्ड टू क्लीन अँड देअर क्लिनिंग इंटरवल. सेकंड, cleaning procedures to be followed, including materials and equipments to be used for the cleaning. However, cleaning procedures should be carried out with the help of all the required materials, with the help of all the different types of the detergents or the disinfectants which are necessary for the cleaning of our working facility, for the sanitization of our working facility. तर क्लिनिंगसाठी सॅनिटायझेशनसाठी जे काही मटेरियल तुम्हाला लागत आहेत, जे काही इक्विपमेंट तुम्हाला लागत आहेत, दॅट इक्विपमेंट अँड मटेरियल शुड बी युज्ड फॉर द क्लिनिंग प्रोग्राम, फॉर द सॅनिटेशन प्रोग्राम. थर्ड पॉइंट, details of the person who is assigned or who is responsible for the cleaning, that should also be recorded. However, दररोज तुमच्या फार्मा इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये दररोज क्लिनिंग प्रोग्राम केलं जात आहे, दररोज सॅनिटायझेशन प्रोग्राम केलं जात आहे. तर हे क्लिनिंग प्रोग्रामची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कोणाची, त्या दिवसाची क्लिनिंगची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कोणाची, त्या दिवसाची सॅनिटायझेशनची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कोणाची, हे सर्व काही तुम्ही डॉक्युमेंट करून ठेवायला पाहिजे, जेणेकरून आपल्याला समजेल की आज क्लिनिंग प्रोग्रामची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कोणाची होती, सॅनिटायझेशन प्रोग्रामची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कोणाची होती, त्यांनी व्यवस्थित क्लिनिंग केलं आहे का नाही, त्यांनी एसओपी फॉलो करून सॅनिटायझेशन आणि क्लिनिंग केलेलं आहे का नाही, हे आपल्याला त्या रेकॉर्डवरनं लगेच लक्षात येईल. तर तिसऱ्या पॉईंटमध्ये काय म्हटलेलं आहे ते लक्षात घ्या. डिटेल ऑफ द पर्सन who is assigned or who is responsible for cleaning, that should be get recorded in order to take the follow up whether they are following the standard operating procedure for cleaning and sanitization or not. Understand, student? Moving on toward the next slide. The next point is there, that is the maintenance of sterile area. So student, again here I have been completed one more point from our syllabus, and that point is sanitation of the working premises. स्टुडंट, ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड. या दोन स्लाइडमध्ये मी तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन करायचा प्रयत्न केला आहे दॅट हाऊ वन कॅन सॅनिटाईज द वर्किंग एरिया इन द फार्मा इंडस्ट्री, हाऊ वन कॅन सॅनिटाईज द वर्किंग फॅसिलिटीज which we are using for the manufacturing of the pharmaceutical product. Sanitation and cleaning is one of the important criteria which we have to take into the consideration if we are going to manufacture the pharmaceutical product in our industry. ओके, सो स्टुडंट, आय हॅव बीन एक्सप्लेन यू. मी इथे तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं आहे की कुठले कुठले असे मेजर्स आहेत जे आपल्याला अडॉप्ट करावे लागतील जर का आपल्याला आपल्या फार्मा इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये क्लिनिंग प्रोग्राम राबवायचा असेल, जर का आपल्याला आपल्या फार्मा इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये सॅनिटायझेशन प्रोग्राम अकम्प्लिश करून घ्यायचा असेल. अंडरस्टँड स्टुडंट? तर आज दोन पॉईंट मी तुम्हाला शिकवले. फर्स्ट वन, दॅट इज द मेंटेनन्स ऑफ द वर्किंग प्रिमायसेस, अँड सेकंड वन, दॅट इज सेड टू बी द सॅनिटेशन ऑफ द वर्किंग प्रिमायसेस. नाउ स्टुडंट, आय एम मूव्हिंग ऑन टुवर्ड द नेक्स्ट पॉईंट ऑफ अवर सिलेबस, and the next point is maintenance of sterile area. बघा, याच्या आधी जे काही मी तुम्हाला शिकवलं तो पॉइंट कुठला होता? मेंटेनन्स ऑफ वर्किंग प्रिमायसेस. मेंटेनन्स ऑफ वर्किंग प्रिमायसेस. ओके, then I explain you about the sanitation of working premises. Now I am explaining you about the maintenance of sterile area. Now what is mean by sterile area? You know very well. कारण स्टराईल एरिया बद्दल किंवा स्टरलायझेशन बद्दल मी तुम्हाला सेकंड इयरमध्ये मायक्रोबायोलॉजी शिकवत असताना शिकवलं होतं की स्टराईल एरिया कोणाला म्हटलं जात आहे, स्टरलायझेशन प्रोसेस काय असते, स्टराईल प्रोडक्ट कोणाला म्हटलं जातात. तर ज्या एरियामध्ये स्टराईल प्रोडक्ट तयार केले जात असतील त्या एरियाला आपण काय म्हणू? स्टराईल एरिया. स्टुडंट, यू नो व्हेरी वेल, मी जसं तुम्हाला बोललो की ड्युरिंग द टाइम ऑफ सेकंड इयर I have been taught you about the sterilization process. I have been taught you about the sterile area. I have been taught you about the sterile product. किंवा फार्मास्युटिक्स मध्ये तुम्ही शिकले असाल what is meant by the sterile product. The product which is 100% free from microorganism, such a product is called as the sterile product. सो आता हा स्टराईल प्रोडक्ट कुठल्या एरियामध्ये तयार केला जातोय? द स्टराईल प्रोडक्ट इज बेसिकली गेट मॅन्युफॅक्चर्ड इन द असेप्टिक एरिया और इन द स्टराईल एरिया. स्टराईल एरिया म्हणजे कुठला एरिया झाला आता? द एरिया which is having a high level of cleanliness, the area which is completely remain free from the microbial load, such a area is called as sterile area. Student, try to understand. Sterile एरियाचा अर्थ काय होतंय ते मी तुम्हाला सांगतोय. The area which is 100% free from the microbial load, the area which is 100% free from the which is having a high level of the cleanliness, that area is called as sterile area. So student, this was the next point which I am going to teach you now, that is maintenance of sterile area. Maintenance of sterile area. Now try to understand the theory. Following are the certain measures which are required to be adopted for the maintenance of sterile area. जर का तुम्हाला स्टराईल एरियाला मेंटेन करून ठेवायचं असेल, त्याची क्लिनलीनेस तुम्हाला मेंटेन करून ठेवायचं असेल, त्याच्यातला मायक्रोबियल पॉप्युलेशन लोड तुम्हाला जर कमी ठेवायचा असेल, तर त्यासाठी काही मेजर्स आहे जे आपल्याला अडॉप्ट करावे लागतील. तर पहिला मेजर कुठला आहे? ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम फॉर द पर्सन्स इन द स्टराईल एरिया. ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम फॉर द पर्सन्स इन अ स्टराईल एरिया. बघा, हा तोच पॉईंट परत रिपीट होतोय जो मी तुम्हाला आधी शिकवलं होतं, ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम. आता ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम बद्दल मी फक्त रीड आउट करू जातोय. तुमच्या लक्षात येईल, मी फक्त रीडिंग करेल. रीडिंगच्या माध्यमानेच तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की या ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम मध्ये काय काय केलं जात आहे. रिपीटेडली ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम शुड बी कंडक्टेड फॉर द वर्कर्स और द एम्प्लॉईज ऑफ स्टराईल एरिया. ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड what we have to do. We have to arrange a training program. A repeatedly training program shall be conducted or shall be organized for the persons those who are working in the sterile area. Following are the certain protocols which are required to be incorporated in the training program of operators, those who are going to work in the sterile area. Student, try to understand. We have to adopt certain protocols. We have to follow certain protocols for providing a training to the working employees of the sterile area. Which are those protocols? That protocol I have been mentioned here. Now try to understand the different types of and the protocols. Okay, now try to understand the different types of protocols. Okay, first one, operators should be trained that they are not supposed to touch the critical product and the equipment with their naked hands. ऑपरेटरला ही ट्रेनिंग दिली गेली पाहिजे that they are not supposed to touch the critical products and the critical equipments with their naked hands. Means they are not likely to be touched. They are not likely to be touched. They are not likely to be touched their. They are not likely to be touched the critical products and the critical equipments with the open hand. Means they have to touch the products and the equipments by making a use of and the hand gloves only. Second protocol, training related to the control of microbial contaminants should be given to the working staff. Training in concern of control of microbial contaminants. Training in concern of control of microbial contaminants should be given to the working employees of the sterile area. Training related to the personal hygiene should be provided. Training in concern of the personal hygiene should be provided. Next point, training related to the process of entry and exit in the sterile area should be given. Training related to the process of entry and exit. Appropriate gowning procedure should be taught to the working employees in the sterile area. Means we have to taught them about the gowning procedure. Training related to the ideal personal behavior should be given to the persons or the employees those who are working in the sterile area. तर स्टुडंट, तुमच्या लक्षात येत असेल हे सर्व काही तेच पॉईंट आहे जे मी तुम्हाला आधी सांगितले होते अंडर द कन्सेप्ट ऑफ ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम. Student, try to understand what I want to explain. First of all, I want to explain that the training program should be conducted on the regular basis or on the repetitive basis. On the repeatedly, the training program should be conducted for the working employees, those who are working in the sterile area. However, when you are conducting a training program for the employees, at that time you have to follow certain protocols. And what protocols we have to follow? That protocols are listed here. पहिला प्रोटोकॉल हा आहे की तुमच्या स्टराईल एरियामध्ये जे लोक काम करत असतील, they should be trained that they are not supposed to touch any critical product or the equipment with their naked hand. Second, training should be given to the working employees in order to control the microbial contaminants. Third, training should be given to the employees in concern of personal hygiene. Fourth, training should be given to the working employees for the process of entry and exit in the sterile area. Fifth, appropriate gowning procedures should be taught to the working employees of the sterile area. And lastly, training related to the ideal personal behavior should be given to the employees, those who are working in the sterile area. So, student, I'm going to stop here. The point which I have been started today, that point is said to be the maintenance of the sterile area. How to maintain the sterile area. Student, as I told you, sterile area म्हणजे काय? The area where we are going to manufacture the sterile product, such a area is called as in the sterile area. In order to maintain the sterile area, there are the certain features or there are the certain measures. There are certain measures which we have to follow, which we have to adopt. तर त्यातला पहिला मेजर मी तुम्हाला सांगितला, जर का तुम्हाला स्टराईल एरिया मेंटेन करून ठेवायचा असेल, then you have to give a training to the working persons, those who are working in the sterile area. तर ट्रेनिंग देत असताना कुठले प्रोटोकॉल आपल्याला फॉलो करायचे, दॅट प्रोटोकॉल्स आय हॅव बीन एक्सप्लेन यू हिअर. So these are the different protocols which we have to follow while providing a training program to the employees or to the persons, those who are working in the sterile area. Okay, student. Now the second measure, that second measure I will start in the next lecture. This is the second measure for the maintenance of sterile area. स्टराईल एरियाला मेंटेन करून ठेवण्यासाठी आपण वेगवेगळे मेजर्स शिकून घेतोय. तर त्यातला पहिला मेजर मी तुम्हाला सांगितला, दॅट इज इन कन्सर्न ऑफ training program, and this is the second measure which I'm going to start in the next lecture. So thank you student, thank you all of you.